Person-centered counseling and psychotherapy. Person-centered counseling, existential counseling, and Gestalt counseling are the foundations of humanistic existential theories. Humanistic existential counseling approaches focus on phenomenological philosophy, which examines an individual's subjective inner reality or experience, also referred as experiential approaches. Commonalities across humanistic existential theories. Focus on subjective reality. The focus is on the individual's inner experience and inner world. It is based on the belief that change is best promoted by attending to the client's inner reality. Warmth and empathy. Rogers believed that it was only in such a warm, genuinely empathetic environment that clients will feel safe enough to have the courage to identify, experience, and reflect on their emotional inner experiences. Self of counselor. Person-centered counselors tend to maintain a softer style. It provides clients with a role model and a genuine person with whom to have an authentic human encounter. Maslow described human motivation through 5 areas of functioning: physiological needs, safety needs, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. A stage must be completed before the individual can move on to the next stage. Individuals have a drive to become more fully human, more fully oneself, and more fully alive. It's the acceptance of the positive and negative aspects of being human. Core conditions. Person-centered counseling is based on 3 elements of therapeutic change. Counselor congruence or genuineness, which is the counselor's outer expressions being congruent with his or her inner experience. Accurate empathetic understanding, which involves not only the ability to accurately perceive the internal world of the client, but also the ability to meaningfully share this understanding with the client. Once the counselor has a sense of what the client might be feeling, he or she then reflects back to the client to indicate the counselor has understood, check to make sure the counselor has understood correctly, and provide the client with an opportunity to reflect on his or her internal experience in a different context. Unconditional positive regard, which means valuing clients no matter what they say or do. It is founded on the idea that we're all human and that we all suffer and therefore have the capacity for good and evil. It is a sense of compassion for how hard it is to be human and for how easy it is to get off track and make bad decisions. What person-centered counselors do not do. Using reassuring cliches. For example, in the end, it would all be okay. This cuts short the internal process that a client needs to master to self-actualize. Giving advice. Instead of giving advice, counselors encourage clients to look inward to find their own inner advice and answers. Requesting an explanation. The counselor focuses on obtaining richer description of the emotional terrain of the client's inner world rather than a logical explanation for how the pieces fit together. Agreeing with the client. There are dangers in agreeing with the client. For example, the client might change their mind about something, and if the counselor had agreed with the client might be less likely to tell the counselor about the change. Agreeing with the client undermines the process of self-actualization. Disagreeing with the client. It does not convey a sense of empathy, and it affects the process of self-reflection. Giving approval. Counselors are not in the business of giving approval for actions and feelings. Counselors encourage clients to determine the value and appropriateness of their own emotions. Expressing disapproval. It undermines the client's autonomy. If the counselor refrains from expressing disapproval, the clients will be more likely to express disapproval on their own and obtain a desire to change. 7 stages of the change process. Rogers described 7 stages of the change process in individual experiences. The first one being that the individual has little desire to change, and progressing to the last one where the individual no longer needs counseling. Case conceptualization assesses where the individual is in the continuum based on the 7 stages and how they progress. The 7 stages are experience and communication of self, recognition of feeling, expression of feelings, present moment experiencing, personal constructs, complexity and contradiction, and perception of problems, responsibility for situation. The treatment plan describes the goals and techniques that relate to what the individual is experiencing based on their beliefs, behaviors, and emotions. It is divided into 3 phases: the initial phase, the working phase, and the closing phase. Research has found the importance of the counseling relationship on positive outcomes. Core conditions have been found to be extremely helpful when working with individuals. There is support for the suggestion that emotional expression, writing in particular, helps with the individual's well-being. Person-centered counseling focuses on expressing emotions which may not be appropriate with individuals from different cultures or even with males. Expressive writing has been beneficial when working with different populations. Counselors also consider gender and how it can influence the way individuals express themselves.